Attention! Go!
In the ladies' challenge plate, Thames Rowing Club and Leander Club in the Berkshire station on the left-hand side, and Oxford Brookes University A in the Bucks station.
Ferocious start from both crews. Expect to see the rate really high, lots of noise, lots of splash and water movement. And Brookes jumping out to that early canvas lead already off the island. Yeah, great start there from Brookes. They're really powered away from Thames Rowing Club and Leander Club. And this is really key in an 8. It's really hard to be able to come back from a boat length lead. I tell you, I've been there many times and you feel like you've got enough speed to come back, but it's really important now for Thames and Leander to stay with Brookes whilst they get onto that transition, to keep moving back as much as they can, so that when they settle on their race pace, they can actually start to reap the rewards and claw back the distance. And it does look like that crew, from this angle at least, that Thames and Leander are starting to make a little bit of momentum back on to the crew from Oxford Brookes.
We see the coxswain, Tom Bryce, 21 years of age. Great shot of the cox and the coxswain seat there. You can see that he has a headset on with a microphone, which enables him to talk to the crew. The name of the boat, Henry Balash Webb, who was coaching at Brookes until, I think, earlier this year.
Looked like they also had the telemetry on the boat, the small screens there. It's a theme that we see at the moment across a lot of the clubs that we were mentioning earlier today. They like to see the watts, like to see the numbers that they're posting down. It's a great shot there of the bowman, Jamie Copus, with the hat on backwards. This is 11th or 12th Henley Regatta. Such experience in the bow seat to be able to enable the guys in front of him. Ex-lightweight, still loves rowing, is so passionate about the sport, so passionate about Brookes. He wants to be able to be there, win with his friends, win with his mates, but win in the colours of Brookes.
Great shot looking back at the crews. Oxford Brookes University A on the left-hand side, Thames Rowing Club and Leander on the right. Still Brookes in control of this race.
I've mentioned this a lot today already, but 8s racing is all about how you start. If you can get that high boat speed off the first 20-30 strokes, then it really sets you up as a platform, and I mean that in doing it in a really well executed way. That's not headless chicken, rowing as hard as you can and suffering and not having enough energy to finish the course. It's about, Matt Britton was talking about the flying wheel, the spinning wheel on a bike, and you turn it upside down. You want to clip it and you want to start to generate the boat speed. If you hit it too hard, then all of a sudden the wheel stops. So it's really important in an 8 to get up as high as you can, get that rhythm going, and then when you start to settle, because you've hit a higher speed, you naturally settle onto a higher, lower race rate. If you hook on too low, it's really hard to then try to hook higher in your race pace.
It's a really good point, Mo. Because the boat is so fast, you can feel as though you have to move faster with it, but actually being able to stay relaxed and really stay on top of the timing and not feel as though you're always chasing the speed of the boat, but actually you're driving the speed of the boat. Take some time to learn that skill and to be so effective, and they almost look like, you know, they've got the rating right down, but really they'll be up in the mid-30s, mid to high 30s in terms of their stroke rate.
Yeah, they will, and it's in an 8 it's our version of a sprint event. The race is still long, it's not that much quicker, you know, like if you were to watch athletics, when you see the 100 meters being done in 9.9 seconds versus the 800 meters in 1 minute 40 seconds. It's a very similar time, but the way you need to execute and push your power under the water is very different to that of a pair or a single or even a 4. You have to be so quick on, and you want your power to come before you hit perpendicular, before your oar comes back into the midline of the boat rigger. Thames and Leander are trying to do their best to come back, as Oxford Brookes are being warned, which suggests from the umpire that Thames and Leander are starting to come back into this race.
Yeah, this race certainly not over. And in fact, it looks to me as though Brookes are taking that rate up. So perhaps there's a charge coming here from Thames Rowing Club and Leander Club in the Bark Station, because Brookes, it looks to me, have taken it up to respond to a challenge as they're coming down towards the enclosures. The winner of the other semi-final was Leander Club over Dartmouth from the USA. Is it going to be Oxford Brookes v Leander, or do Thames Rowing Club and Leander have a response as they're coming past the stewards' enclosure now?
Yeah, Brookes did a really good job to get out really hard to the barrier, and they've been able to reap the reward. They haven't let off. They've had to keep the rate high. They've had to race their race. But when you do get that length in an 8, you can just sit on the crew that's trying to charge back at you. It's really hard to come back, as we see the Oxford Brookes crew cross the line in first place and going through to the final tomorrow, the Ladies' Challenge Plate.